Namah Parvati Pataye Govindanam Sankirtanam.
Om Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. That wonderful sloka will continue the stories of the Mahabharata. So last time we were talking about the great practice of Arjuna, right? He was doing, you remember, Ashwadhama was very concerned about how Arjuna was practicing. He told the staff at the Gurukulam that they should never feed him when it was dark, but ultimately Arjuna got to eat in the dark when the lamp was blown away by a strong gust of wind. And then he realized, oh, we are able to eat without seeing because we have so much practice eating. That movement is so practiced for us. And then he begins to practice at the night, in the night. So without seeing itself, he wants to hit his targets, and he has such intense practice he does even in the night time. And Drona, seeing that, becomes very, very happy and blesses him that he will be the greatest archer ever. So in this way, that wonderful relationship between Drona and his Shishya Arjuna was continuing. And all the students, the Dhritarashtra's, the Pandavas, and various princes from all over the kingdom, or various kingdoms, were all having this wonderful abhyasa with the great Guru Dronacharya. And one day, Dronacharya decided to test his students. So with his great powers, he created a Krutrima Bhasa, fictitious prey. With his powers, he created a virtual prey. It looked real, but it was virtual, right? Meaning magical. So that he created a bird like that on a tree, and unknowns to the students. And he took them all there and said, see, you see, look at that amazing bird on the tree far away. Now I want to see which of you can shoot that bird. So he was testing their archery skills. So first he called Yudhishthira. Said, Yudhishthira, come here. Take your bows and arrows. Aim at that bird. Then Yudhishthira took his bow and arrow. He strung his bow and he stretched the string of the bow and pointed at that target. Then Drona asked him, do you see the bird? Yes, sir. Yes, Guruji. Do you see the tree? Yes, sir. Do you see me? Do you see? Yes, sir. Bhavan Pashyami. Bhavantam Pashyami. I see you. And what about your brothers? All of your brothers here? Yes, I see all of them. Okay. You are aware of everything. Come on, shoot. And so he misses the target. So one by one, he calls like that, different people, asking them that question. What are they seeing? Are they seeing everything? Are they seeing clearly? So everybody is saying like that. They are seeing clearly, and they are shooting, and they are not able to hit the target. Then comes Arjuna's turn. So, Arjuna, do you see the bird? Yes, sir, I see it. What else do you see? Do you see me? No, sir. Do you see your brothers? No, sir. What do you see? I see only the head of the bird, sir. I don't see anything else. Okay, shoot. So naturally, he shoots and hits directly at the head of the bird, and the bird falls to the ground. So this is again again, a beautiful example for all of us that to achieve any goal, to achieve any target, you should have complete focus. That is the beautiful story in the Mahabharata. How this famous story when Arjuna sees nothing else. He sees only his target. He can't see anything else. With that great concentration, great focus, he is able to achieve his goal. So he is able to hit the target. So this way, another beautiful example Drona gives to all his disciples of how they should be fully focused when they take on anything. In this way, again, Dronacharya then one day he wanted to have a bath in the Ganga river. They were not too far from the Ganga river, so they went to the Punya Ganga Nadi, and there with great niyama, Dronacharya was doing his bath in the Ganga river. He was in the river bathing while all these Dhanurdharis, all the disciples were all having fun and they were all around. And Drona alone had gone into the river. And suddenly, a huge crocodile, not visible to anyone, came. And even Drona had not noticed it. Suddenly it came and grasped the upper thigh of Dronacharya. So suddenly Drona was in trouble. And although he was capable of, with his great powers, he could have released himself, he did not. And he wanted to see what his students would do. So then all of them were shocked and thinking, what shall we do? And shooting that, and he said, save me, save me. Dronacharya was saying, I am caught by a crocodile, save me. And they could see this tremendous beast in the water, moving in the water, and which had caught, they could see its tail and moving and all that, right? So you can imagine how a crocodile is in the water. And they were very concerned. How can we, because they don't want to hurt their guru, and they still have to hit the crocodile, a moving target in the water, invisible, and right next to their guru. So, of course, the one who takes that up is the great Arjuna. Immediately, Arjuna, without any hesitation, he shoots 5 arrows and completely destroys that crocodile without touching Dronacharya, that moving crocodile, and which has no chance at all. With 5 arrows, he destroys the crocodile. It releases Dronacharya, and Dronacharya comes out very happily, and he was extremely happy and delighted with Arjuna. And he, at this time, and having Arjuna had saved his life and shown such mastery and such responsibility and such presence of mind. So with this, Drona became very, very happy, and he said, Atha Praveen Mahatmanam. So that Mahatma, Dronacharya Bharadwaja, he said like this to the great Arjuna, Maharadham, Gruhanedam Mahabaho Visishtam Atidurdharam Astram Brahmashiro Nama Saprayoga Nivartanam. So he was so pleased with all the practice, all the mastery, and also this great display of Guru Bhakti and great Dhanurvidya. He said, you are now eligible. Oh Mahabaho, I am giving now, receive from me this amazing, most special Atidurdharam Astram, this Astra, Brahmasiro Nama Saprayoga Nivartanam. Both how to shoot and how to retrieve it also. Both those powers I am going to give to you. I am giving to you the ultimate Astra, the Brahmastra. Brahmasiro Nama Saprayoga Nivartanam. Nachate Manushve Etat Prayoktavyam Prayoktavya Kaschana. Nobody else among human beings is capable of, is eligible to take on this great Astra. And this Astra is very, very dangerous. If you just use it without any proper target, meaning only when it has to be used in extreme circumstances only you can use it. If you use it for any mean goal. It will destroy the world. It is such a destructive weapon. It has to be used with tremendous responsibility. So this way, he with great pride and love, Dronacharya teaches the ultimate astra, Brahmastra itself to Arjuna. And he again blesses him. Bhavita tvat samo nanya puman loke dhanuddaraha. There will be no other human who will be equal to you in or equal to you in this art of archery. That way he blesses him again. So this way we heard the beautiful story of Dronacharya and Arjuna, and so many beautiful lessons from it about concentration, about Guru Bhakti, about focus, and responsibility, and all of these things. So, and this beautiful episode of how the Guru Shishya relationship developed between Guru Drona and Shishya Arjuna. So, with that, I think we'll conclude that story. So, Mahabharata is full of so many stories. If we go on saying the story continuously in sequentially, it will take years and years. Vyasa Maharshi Vedavyasa himself composed this entire Mahabharata over 3 years. Imagine continuously composing in this Laksha Sloka Samanvita Mahabharatam. First, it took Varshatrayam for Vedavyasa himself. If we tell the stories a little bit like this, if we try to say all the Mahabharata, how long will it take us? It will take a very, very long time. It will take many, many years. And yet that is only just saying it, even understanding it. Imagine, there's so much there. It is such a ocean. So we'll go on to other stories as we think about Mahabharata. And maybe we'll go on to another part of the Mahabharata, interesting in the Adi Parvam itself. So since we are in Adi Parvam, let us go on. So as you know, later as Yudhishthira is named the crown prince by Dhritarashtra because he is the eldest among all the princes, among all his sons and his brother's sons. The eldest is Yudhishthira. So he is the Yuvaraja. So he is named the Yuvaraja, and they are all and he has the support of his brothers, and he will be doing great service to the kingdom. But the Dhritarashtra's are very jealous of Yudhishthira and the Pandavas, and they are always scheming. So as you know, Duryodhana schemes and sends them to Varanavrata, and where they are housed in a Laksha Graha, the Griha, a house made of lac. It looks like normal, but everything is made of combustible material. And his aim is to burn them alive when they are living in that palace. And somehow they get the message secretly in an indirect way. Vidura guesses and sends them a message very indirectly, but they are smart enough to understand the message. So what they do is they dig a tunnel underneath the palace, and when the palace is ultimately burnt, they escape through that tunnel into the long away into the forest. And there are many stories there. As you know, one of the things when they are resting in the forest, a big Rakshasa comes there called Hidimbasura. And Hidimbasura and Bhima fight, and Bhima kills Hidimbasura. And in that tremendous attack, when Hidimbasura attacks him. And after that, they are left with Hidimbi, the sister of, or Hidimba, the sister of Hidimbasura. And at that time, now they are wondering what to do with her. At that time, the great Vedavyasa comes there. And these people are poor Pandavas and Kunti Devi. They have escaped, and they are just these 5 Pandavas, Kunti Devi, and now there is that Hidimba also there. And they are in a very forlorn state, right? They have lost their palace. They don't have any. People think they are dead. They are in the forest. Then Vyasa advises them, dear Pandavas, don't worry. Now nobody can go past the effects of karma. When time comes, you have to experience the fruits of your karma. This is all karma at play. At one point, you needed to experience this also. So don't worry. In good time, you will get your good position again. So live a disciplined life. Do good karma. Always when you are in trouble, also don't worry. You do satkarma. That satkarma will get you everything again. It is time for you to live in a place called Ekachakrapura. And you live there as Brahmanas and wait for me to signal to you again about when you should go for the next stage. Until then, just live incognito as Brahmanas in Ekachakrapura. And this way he told the Pandavas. And then Kunti was full of tears and very sad. So he said, Kunti, don't worry. You have such great sons. Look at this Yudhishthira. He is always truthful, highly with the highest character. He always follows dharma. And he is like a Chaturbhuja, like Mahavishnu with this Chaturbhuja, right? 4 arms. Like that, he has his 4 brothers as his arms. And he's always like a king. He's like always a great soul. He's always in a great position. Don't worry about where he is. He's always shining. And he'll be fine. And then he looked at Hidimba and he said, Oh Kunti, this is a very special lady. Her true name is Kamalapalika. You should perform the wedding of Bhima and this Kamalapalika. And she will, and great progeny will come from them. So this way, he blessed them, and that with Vedavyasa's blessings, Pandavas in the forest, in this early forest phase that they had, they decided, okay, we should follow the advice of Vedavyasa. Then Bhima, meanwhile, married this Kamalapalika, and she was with great powers because she was a Rakshasa descent, right? Hidimba's sister. And she could take him to various places. They went to various forests, beautiful beaches, beautiful sceneries. They went and toured so many wonderful places. And later, a wonderful son was born to them, a most amazing son. Virupaksham Mahavaktram Shankakarnam Vibhishanam Bhimarupam Sutamroshtam. That means lips with copper color, huge lips. Tikshnatamshtam, huge teeth. Mahabalam, so with the Rakshasa Rupa, an amazing son. Maheshwasam Mahaviryam Mahasatvam Mahabhujam Mahajavam Mahakayam Mahamayam Arindamam. So that way, that kind of a astounding son was born to them. And then Hidimba looked at him and she was very amazed by this son who was also born. Like Vedavyasa, he was born already. When he was born itself, he had a huge form. And then this Mata, Hidimba, said, Ghatotkacha iti. Ghatotkacha iti mataram so abhyabhashata. So she said, his head is like shining like his hairless head. He had no hair on his head. His hairless head is shining like a Utkacha means hairless head. This hairless head is shining like a ghata, a pot. It's like a shining pot. Ghata basotkacha iti. So then, therefore, everybody said, yeah, because she said like that, we should call him Ghatotkacha. With a head like a hairless, hairless head shining like a pot. So he was called Abhavattera Namasya Ghatotkacha iti Smaha. So they became famous as Ghatotkacha. He took the blessings of his parents and he bowed to Bhima and his mother and said, I will now go away to where I should be staying. Whenever you need me, please think of me, call upon me, I will come and serve you. And taking his mother, he went away. And meanwhile, Pandavas, following Vedavyasa's advice, went past various kingdoms and reached this Ekachakrapura. And there, with long hair and with clad in bark, skin and grass, this kind of dress, and donning the rupa of brahmacharis, chanting the Vedas, they went about, they entered the city of that small town or village of Ekachakrapura, and they were doing like brahmacharis, they were doing bhikshatana, and one brahmana kutumba gave them ashraya and said, please stay with us, because that is the respect they had for people coming and guests. So seeing this lonely mother with her 5 sons, they said, okay, please come and stay with us. And so they gave them ashraya and they were staying in that brahmana's home. And they were doing bhikshatana every day. So they would go every day, chant the Vedas, everybody would be surprised. What is this fate? These people look so brilliant and such great, nice chanting they are doing and so able, but they are doing this, they are going about doing bhiksha. So this is the strange ways of fate. That's how people are thinking. But they would give them generous donations. And when they came home, they would bring all the bhiksha, collect it all in a major big vessel and give it to their mother and saying, this is all the food we got today, mother. And the mother would divide it into 2 halves, Kunti Devi. And she would give 1 half to Bhima and all the rest of them would have the other half. So in this way, in Ekachakrapura, the Pandavas were living. And we'll continue the story of Ekachakrapura in the next time. Om Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet.